Coming up on the next episode of the Celsius Pod.
He fights Ray.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Metaphorically, you know?
No, he doesn't. No, not even metaphorically, dude.
This is why Beck can't watch. This is why we can't let Beck watch movies anymore, because he just doesn't know how to watch movies.
Before we fight with Beck, Uri,
Yeah.
I almost completely agree with your list. All right, guys. Episode
95.
98.
big news. I got my braces off.
Holy shit!
Shit.
When you
Today.
first got him off, did you feel like how smooth your teeth were and all that shit?
I kind of felt my gums. It wasn't really even the teeth,
I remember.
but
that
I can
feeling.
chew gum now, and that's awesome.
Nice.
Getting it off felt so much better than getting it on. I remember when I got it on for the first time. When I got them on for the first time, I couldn't eat solid food for a month.
What? You couldn't? What? This guy's so stupid.
Guys,
Bro.
I got a little reveal.
He
Oh my
also got
God.
his braces off.
Day man. Fighter
Defender of the night, man.
Champion of the sun.
I'm
Sun,
leaving.
sun,
Master
sun,
of karate and friendship.
and friendship.
For
Everyone.
I'm leaving.
I watched
He's
Night
lit.
Man Cometh.
Nightman Cometh,
The
the
fuck
season
does that
4
mean?
finale
Oh.
of It's Always Sunny.
Funny.
Yes.
So let me quickly talk about this episode. Now it's regarded as people's probably a lot of people's favorite episode of Sunny.
It's in my top 3, I think, or
And
top 5 at least.
Yeah, and it's it's referencing the play Iceman Cometh. So this is Nightman Cometh, and and so it's a play where Charlie has essentially a play. He says he's just doing it no reason, but then at the end revealed is so he can propose to the waitress, and obviously she says no. And I really like this episode, but what, Beck? Why do you fist bump?
Well,
Fuck,
I'm
not
just
playing
mad.
Netflix.
You know, he didn't get with the girl. This is so sad.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
It's Charlie Day's wife. He gets
La La
with the girl
Land.
in real
Oh,
life.
yeah,
It's
real life,
fine.
yeah.
Back when finishing La La Land.
Yeah.
But essentially,
But he didn't go with the
I
girl,
really-
guys.
I really like this episode, but I think people kind of I liked it. I wish the whole play was the episode. I feel like there's too much before the play a bit for me. But it's a really good episode. But I do think there's probably way better episodes in my opinion. I think this might be maybe top 15, but I don't know if top 10 or anything for me. But
No,
I still
but
gotta watch
what-
a lot more episodes left.
What
So I'm
about
yeah?
what about when they performed it live?
Oh, they performed it
They
live.
performed it live.
Yes. I've yet to watch it all the way through, but I am sending it in Discord. It is the full episode performed on stage in front of a live audience.
Wait,
Which
that's
is very
actually
cool.
really cool.
It's really sick, yeah.
But it's a really good episode, and I sort of figure out more of the beats of my Sunny episode. So I'm in season 5 right now. Currently, I've been taking more of a slow pace. I'm trying to. There's a lot of new stuff coming out these coming weeks. The Penguin came out today. I didn't get to see it.
Oh, did it?
Oh, is that came out today?
The Penguin came out
Right.
today, so I'm gonna get into that.
I need to watch that.
I'll probably watch it.
But I heard good reviews about that. But so essentially, my Sunny episode, the gang is probably I don't know, they're singing in a bar or something like that, maybe arguing. I don't really know what they're doing in the bar. But Mac needs to get some headspace, some breathing room or anything. He needs to clear his head. So he's driving, and then he accidentally bumps over something. It's
Mac doesn't own a car though.
okay, well that doesn't really matter. It's season 1.
He steals D's car.
Okay, steal D's car. That's fine. He's driving. And he bumps over something and is like, what is that? And then title Mac kills a dog. That's sort of the thing. And then in this episode, Dennis is going to be sort of manipulating because that my teacher really wanted the motivations for why. So essentially Mac didn't cover like his shift last week. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna mess with him. He gets like a kid to come in and say, "Where have you seen my dog?" Something like that to make Mac feel bad. And Dennis would do that since Dennis is a psychopath.
This feels like later Dennis though. This doesn't feel early Dennis.
It doesn't really matter in this
I guess that's fair.
scenario. And then I know I'm thinking for Charlie, he's trying to. The waitress comes in, tells like the gang about like some asshole killed a dog down the street or something, and so he's trying to impress the waitress. Charlie tries to find out who the killer is, not realizing it's
Are you guys just calling her the waitress because you don't know her name, or she just doesn't have a name?
He has a name. The main characters don't know it.
No. Yeah.
So her name is the waitress. Uri, that is just, however, a different episode called Mac Bangs the Waitress.
Yeah.
Or that kind of is following that, where Charlie's trying to solve something.
Yeah. But that's fine.
It's Mac.
But that's fine. It doesn't really matter that much as long as we just kind of fit season 1 stuff. So it doesn't really matter if we follow something later.
Sure.
Because we're only seeing it's supposed to be like the 3rd episode of the show if we were writing it. So we saw the first 2 is supposed to be like the 3rd one kind of. And so that's so it's been kind of fun trying to play with sort of the beat sheet of that. It's like he told us to make a beat sheet, like write every beat down in the show. So I'm attempting to do that. So that's my update on that. I really want to quickly say before we continue anything else, does anybody have any updates on their Celsius Oscar movie? Just if putting it out there.
So mine's doing really well. It's so far in the same stage it was last time we did this.
Great.
So
great. Yeah. But Beck, Aiden?
I came up with one funny idea, but it would cost me like $20.
That's so cheap. But I think it'd be a funny idea.
Oh my god. Well, Aiden has a really good idea from our time watching The Crow.
Yeah. But a lot of my ideas are just delusions of grandeur. So I can't really do a lot
and
of
also,
them.
Aiden knows another funny thing because I showed him a video that was really funny. So he knows something else about something that I hope you guys don't find out about.
Yeah.
Because it would be even funnier if you guys don't know and he does.
I forgot about that.
Does he
Thanks for reminding me.
Does he know?
So I haven't done any like real work on that, but I guess I'll get some Uri stories out of the way here, just to sort of, I don't know, brighten everyone's day.
So I have some bright stories.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that story. It would depress me.
Boom, roasted.
You mean watching Whiplash?
No.
Yeah.
Bro, really, Whiplash depresses him.
I love Whiplash, but
not as much as me.
Probably not. So, guys, I've written a lot of a lot of parts of scripts in my past, and sort of like I started writing some scripts and then I just kind of leave it. A script that's kind of interesting that I've kind of been getting back into, just not that much since I have a lot of other scripts I'm writing. There's like this DC superhero character called the Heckler.
The Heckler? What is this? The off-brand the Riddler?
He's kind of like a Deadpool figure. But I got really into it.
So you mean Deathstroke?
No, he's kind of like a Deadpool kind of. He feels like a Deadpool character.
So Deathstroke?
I guess.
You mean like Slade?
Slade and Deathstroke are the same character, Beck.
No.
Yeah, Beck.
Anyway. Oh my god.
And so I was like really enamored by the character, so I started writing when I in 9th or 10th grade, like a feature film about him. So I wrote like 20 pages in about like how, about the character. And so I've been rereading it. I was like, this was actually kind of tight. I might just change up the character since it's probably really hard to get like DC characters. So I probably just make it to my own superhero.
I think you email them and you send them the script. They'll give you like $20 million to make it a movie.
So I might change it to be my own superhero. In that case, but
what the fuck are these names? I'm looking at the supporting cast of the Heckler. The characters are named Ledge, Francois, Mr. Dude, Mayor Clump, The Minx, Xmas, Rabbi Zone.
Yeah, Rabbi Zone's pretty funny.
Characters: John Doe, the generic man.
Wait, guys,
What are
I'll be
these-
back. Give me like 5 minutes.
The 4 mopeds of the apocalypse? What is the Heckler, Uri? What is this?
He's a really fun character.
Why does it say that this guy created the Heckler as a superhero Bugs Bunny?
Because he did, because it's the same guy who wrote Bugs. Was it? No. I think it
I
might
don't
have been. Who wrote Bugs Bunny?
I don't know. Funny. That's funny though.
Yeah, and wait, but
Is he like a Batman villain, or is he
No,
just a
he
guy?
no, he's just like he's his own superhero, and it was like a very short run. There's only like I think like 6 comics,
Okay.
but I was when I because I'm really into the idea of like bringing back like very obscure. I was in that period where I was like I'm really interested in obscure superhero characters. I don't care about Iron Man's or Superman's. I want really obscure superhero characters, and I was
Like
researching.
Kite Man.
Yeah, or like Six Pack, who appears in Kite Man.
Yeah.
Um,
I love Six Pack.
and I was really interested in the Heckler because he was like very obscure. So I started writing a feature film, The Heckler, The Story Begins. And so we tie back to like a thing where it's all like, he's living in Delta City, which is where the story takes place. But all that stuff is sort of in his past, and 2 Gotham detectives show up at his door, and like they're trying to bring him back since Batman is like missing. And, and so he's sort of like a character where it's like he makes a lot of jokes like Deadpool. He's not like Fourth Wally, but he's more of a jokester and trying to figure out. He's working with the police, and so that's where the first 20 pages sort of went to, where they're like trying to infiltrate like a group of criminals, and that's sort of the story I made.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty fun. I was looking back since I wrote in like 10th grade or something. And I was like, not that bad, but that's something interesting happening.
I like it.
Next thing, guys, I'm playing Simon's Roommate.
We do know this. This was an exciting development last episode.
Playing Simon's Roommate, and I only have one scene in the second episode, I think, but it's me in nothing but a towel. So I get.
Are you ready? So
Yeah.
So they're gonna shave you down.
No, I think they're probably just gonna probably change the scene, but I'll do a nude scene if I need to.
Okay.
All
I
right.
won't even ask them. I'll just be naked instead. I
Sounds like
won't even wear a towel. I'll just be naked.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably
All
wear
right.
like an underwear under the towel or something.
You could probably just wear shorts, actually.
No,
Even
they
pa-
got to see my legs.
even Pants, even if they
It's
show.
like I
if
just
they-
came out of the
they-
shower, though. I think. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but if they frame the shot in a way that you could just be wearing pants,
But do I
then
want
you
to
could
do
be wearing
that? Though?
pants. Do you want to wear pants? I hope to God you want to wear pants.
Hey, they're not natural, man. They're not natural. That's not how God intended. This
That's
is
not
my
how
arc
God
to
intended.
becoming a nudist. I think.
Just do it then.
Okay.
No, not now. Later. By yourself.
Sorry. And then I'll probably update next week if I got the role, but I'm auditioning for something else. It's like a time travel movie. And I'm auditioning for a
Don't tell Beck.
character called The Plug.
The plug, like from the heckler.
No, not from The Heckler. The Plug, I don't know. I haven't read the role, but I'm doing an audition tape probably after this recording. So
Great.
yeah. And that's all I have for like I do have my cinema story, but I'll get to that later when we're talking about movies and stuff. Anyone else have any stories from their week? Nicola, Aiden?
I mean, I just
no.
got my braces off. That's pretty much what happened to me this week. I got some Legos. That was pretty cool.
So let's talk about solar opposites.
Yeah, because I don't know where the fuck Beck
Beck is
went.
just gone, I guess. I don't know.
He
Beck left.
disappeared.
I guess
So
he's
we can talk
crying.
about solar opposites.
Let's talk.
After like 3 weeks, I finally watched it, and I remembered how good Solar Opposites was.
It's fucking really good.
It's really good. It's gripping. You would say it would be gripping, right?
Yeah. I would say this season was better than season 4 because it finally because I think I'm appreciating the nature of what season 4 was, and like I saw a recap video of the whole show, and I'm appreciating the nature of season 4 was like it was the wall, but really like the dark version. Like, things are not hopeful in this season of the wall, because I guess we'll talk about the wall stuff first. The wall is like, what I like about the wall is that they're not afraid to like change things up a bit, and they know that the story needs to change in order for to keep it interesting, or else it would be kind of boring. I know it would be tempting to keep the vibe of like the season 1 wall, which I do really like, but they did something really bold by killing off Tim in season 3. Because you don't expect that. I mean, it did go kind of a little bit weird when they kind of brought back Sherry, but she became like a really main character of this story, so I didn't mind it that much.
I mean, I think the best that the wall is with like the Bones writer. Like that's my favorite wall episode, I think.
Yeah.
With Sherry and the Bones writer and the mosquito guy. I think all that is pretty cool.
I think my favorite 2 are the finale wall episode of season 1, where they do the revolution, and the finale episode of season 2, where it's like we learn about the Duke and Sherry and like they're working together. I thought those are really fresh episodes. And what I like about this season is that because they obviously hyped up the wall in the end of season 4 to be like, oh, it's like finally a new version of like finally a good wall, because we've seen many different eras of the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, but then they actually they do very interesting. They go to the backyard, and I wonder if they're gonna maybe next season, in season 6, they're gonna continue that side and then go back to the backyard, or like maybe combine season 7, because we can do next season just focusing on actually the wall. But I really like that they went to the backyard. It's a new location.
It's a nice location. I mean, it's not a new location. It's one we've seen before, but it's one that wasn't very expanded on.
Now we get an expanded story, and I thought the story for most parts of it worked really well with the story.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I really liked following new characters.
Yeah,
for
that's
once.
the strength of the show, that it's able to put in new characters pretty well.
For once, we follow new characters.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, because like it's just been like
new
Sherry.
characters, not just added on new characters, because it does like it adds on like some new every season, but not entirely new. Like Sherry only comes in like the last episode of the all stuff this season.
Yeah, and she's largely unimportant, I would say.
Which is fine, because they're gonna set her being more important later, and she already kind of had. There's not much left for her in this set, and at least in this time frame.
Yeah, next time frame we'll see what the hell happens, but I think the main characters of like the girl and the cowboy guy,
it worked pretty
good.
well. Sort of like this kind of, we've seen this pairing a lot in media. Older tough guy with younger naive girl. It works.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good pairing. There's nothing, you can't really go wrong with it.
No,
but it's nice to see it in this sort of environment. And what's something crazy about the wall is that like they're not really afraid. I know they bring back characters, but they'll really like let characters die kind of easily in like sort of the wall storylines, which is kind of fresh, because like her uncle gets killed really fast, and I didn't expect that happening.
I liked how he was voiced by Oscar from The Office.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say from Ruby.
No, Oscar from The Office, and his name was Oscar. They really don't like changing that guy's name for when he's acting.
And then I would say one thing about this season, I never really thought like the big like basketball Berg villain was like insanely interesting or anything like that.
I think it should have been a new character.
Yeah.
I didn't think it needed to be the priest from the last season. I understand the whole thing of, oh look, even good people can turn bad when money is involved. And at least it was money this time and not like just power.
Yeah,
but it was still power.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
And it was like I really enjoyed the different landscapes of the backyard, and how like it's been like sort of the wall story in the backyard is like basically it was like politics essentially. It's like with all the water stuff, and I thought that they managed to do it in a really kind of fun way because they know it's like the backyard will be a hard place to live in if you don't get like the water stuff, and that's really cool the way they sort of managed to do that. And obviously they still do jokes in the backyard wall stuff. They still make like they say like this is absolutely like Chinatown or something like that, you know.
Dude, there was a bit I was like, holy shit, this is just Beck. Where the guy was like, this is like Chinatown, and the girl was like, well, I don't know Chinatown. I only watch.
I only watch Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And so, but it was like it's a really interesting seeing the dynamic of this new season. And I applaud them for going in a fresh direction. It's something that I really thought was cool. This at least kind of sort of in the season. You know, the backyard is desolate this season, and last season, Hulk's wife, the Bones Rider, she mentioned a make-alive ray that could bring back her husband, and then in the end of this season, Terry uses the make-alive ray, bringing back the Duke.
Duke,
I didn't love that he's back. They might do something interesting. I feel like it's a bit okay. It's like it doesn't lessen his sacrifice, kind of, but I guess I'll see what they do with him.
Well, he's a new person because he doesn't know who he is or where he is.
Yeah, I don't love amnesia as sort of like
we'll see whether or not he like. What I could see happening is that because now Sherry is going to be the like ruler of the backyard, especially with the divine.
Because is she going to become a tyrant now?
Probably because she was yelling a lot.
Yeah.
So like once she rose to the podium, the make-alive ray was used and all the grass came back. So now she's going to be perceived as more of a goddess figure.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to have sort of like a dark messiah sort of story for her.
And I think the Duke is going to come back and rule alongside her before she realizes, hey, I'm becoming the thing I was supposed to stop. Once the Duke comes back and he realizes that now he's in charge, and then she's going to have to kill the Duke again or something. I don't know.
Something I fear might happen, but it could be interesting, but also could be a catastrophic failure where like they bring back Tim.
I don't think they can because
was he buried in the backyard? I mean,
he wasn't. No, I mean he was burned, but that's like he wasn't buried in the backyard. He's burned. It's different. I think.
I don't know. It's alien technology, but
who fucking knows.
But I thought it's really at a strong point, much stronger than the end of last season. I felt like this is good, and actually, I watched it on like a few parts, so it was like better for me.
Yeah.
And I really this show is like it doesn't reach the lows or the highs of Rick and Morty, I've said, but it's consistently very, very good.
There's not like a single. I think aside from like season 4 Wall, there's no episodes that I'm like, oh, this is not a very good episode. I think all of the episodes are solid in their own right.
Yeah, because I guess we can talk about this part of the show. The Silver Cops.
Silver Cops, I really liked in season 4. Yeah. I think that. Well, no, because they started in season 3, right?
Yeah, and they built it. In season 3, it's just kind of a tease, really.
It's kind of a tease, and then season 4, he's with the Hollows. Then, and that's a whole good episode until he's like, "All right, It kind of got weak in this episode.
It did get weak in this season. I'm gonna have to say it got weak. Yeah, a bit weak.
I think the last episode, the one when they're actually like on the planet, is pretty all right. But I think it's just taking too long for the plot to kick in.
Because it's always at the end of each season for the Silver Cops guy, it's like you have to embark on a new journey, You have to join the Silver Cops. No, now you have to join the Silver Army. Like
now you have to join the Gold Cops. And I think the Gold Cops are also gonna be evil.
It's like, what are we doing here? I feel like I want to build to this natural conclusion for the Silver Cops story, where it's like, can we get a different third-party story in this show? Because I see something, maybe I would want this. Like, it builds up and, like, he finally confronts Terry and Corvo or something. That's my sort of dream for that ending of a show, of that storyline, because it's not the most compelling. I'm gonna have to say.
No.
But that's kind of all I have to say. Silver Cops, Solar Opposites. Yeah.
I was gonna say. I mean, I really liked Glenn's character.
I like his character.
I like his character a lot. I think Kieran McCulkin is really good. I think the name Dodge Charger is super fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like the car?
Like, no, his name is Dodge Charger.
Yeah, like the
I
car.
want to see the character back in the human form. I would prefer to see him back in the human form, just personally. I'm not loving the dog form that much. It's okay, but that's so. There's not. I wish they like progress the story in not a repetitive way, like they're kind of doing. Like, the way The Wall has never been really repetitive at all. I would say where this is kind of getting more repetitive. But let's talk about the main people.
Okay, I have something really important to say though.
What?
Yeah.
So it is currently 61 degrees Fahrenheit in Belgrade.
Right.
That was pretty important to say. I'm glad you interrupted us for that. It's 66 right here in California.
It is 65.
64 in Ithaca.
Wow. Anyway, the Solar Opposites. I mean, I'm glad that they are not episodic. I'm glad they're not serialized and just episodic, funny moments. That's always nice. I think Yeah. I think episode 1
good sitcom.
Episode 1 I think was weak when they're on the other planet.
That was weak.
Episode 2. You know what? This season though, I think used Terry and Corvo a lot. And they used them well. And then I think that Jesse and Yumulak got the short end of the stick, especially Yumulak, who got 1 episode.
Yeah, one.
He got 1 episode, and he's not even in it. He's dead for half of the episode.
But yeah, I'm gonna say they did get the short end of the staff for this season. But the thing, so opposite, at least it provides like pretty consistently pretty good sitcom family stories. You know,
that's true.
They go into the fantastical sci-fi space, but it's pretty consistently, and like you at least this is like the past, at least maybe I didn't feel it really season 1, season 2, but now they're feeling more like a family in these later seasons. So far.
I mean, they're like a fit. They're like what Terry and Cover are married now. They definitely are more like lovey-dovey now. They remind me of like early season Cosmo and Wanda of Fairly Odd Parents, just like the odd couple.
And I'm really glad that the end of this season is that they didn't like try to do a status quo shift, like because no matter what, they always go back on a status quo shift every time. Just we don't need a status quo shift every season. It can just be that family comedy.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought every episode this season was really good. The first episode kind of weak. The honeymoon episode was pretty good. The Live Die Repeat device was pretty silly.
Yeah.
I think the school episode was a little weak. And the ex-boyfriend island too. I really like the Tom and Jerry episode.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I'm gonna say I'm not super obsessed with like the alternate like guy who's the head of their team storyline that much.
I think that's gonna be resolved in one gag. I think he shows up at the beginning or middle of season 6 and dies on the spot.
Yeah, I could see that. They're still they're not. I know. I think this show is going to have a lot of seasons, and I don't think they're going to fulfill the pupa storyline anytime soon.
No, and you know what? I don't really care for the pupa either.
I don't really care for the pupa character.
I don't really care for Kevin whatever the robot now.
Yeah, I was like, they're like focusing. One thing I'm going to say, I'm fully on the British guy Corvo. I don't even remember Justin Roiland at all.
No, I don't remember either. I think British Corvo is great.
Yeah.
Did they give a canonical reason for why he's now British?
He got blasted. Like, my voice is different now.
Yeah. It's good though.
Yeah. I think I like Rick and Morty, but I think it's just the voice training is used better here because like it's just funny as a gag. Since these characters are like kind of more fourth wall breaky in a way.
Dude, they're so fourth wall breaking. I love them so much.
Yeah, like this is just like Hulu's Black Rock Castle or something. I don't know.
This is
Castle Rock.
just like the what if device in Futurama.
Yeah, it's yeah.
One of my favorite gags the show does is they do it in every single episode. Whenever they're about to do something, they're like, the solar opposites are gonna do this. And it's funny every time.
Yeah. Their last name's like, because that's just the name of the show, but they're like in the show, hi, I'm Terry, I'm like Jesse Opposites.
Yeah.
That's really funny. But that's solar opposites. Let's move on to Beck or Nicola.
Right, so.
All right, guys.
Beck can go.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Beck, what
I'm
the hell
gonna
did
probably
you
take like an hour, so you know.
You're gonna take an hour for what?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I have a lot of stuff, guys.
Okay, well, you don't have to talk about Whiplash.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, Attack on Titan
Oh God,
Okay,
he
he
finished.
can talk
getting
about
delayed to next week, sadly.
Oh, thank
'Cause I have
God.
not finished it.
Oh, thank
And I know
fucking
I've
God.
said that for the past 2 weeks, but it's actually happening next week. Don't worry.
You don't have to finish it. We don't care to listen for it.
Guys, don't. I know you guys are really begging for my Attack on Titan
The viewers
review
are.
next
no one's-
week.
No one is wanting
I
to see
read
that.
all the comments and they're begging for Attack on Titan. my review.
Nobody's asking to watch Attack on Titan, Beck.
All right, but let's get through what I actually watched. So,
Wow.
first thing I watched was a short film called Far From the Tree.
Yeah.
And it's
You
about
were-
this.
Was it on Letterbox?
Yeah.
It's on Letterboxd.
So there's this raccoon, and the raccoon has a daughter, but the raccoon has a scar over his eye, and he keeps
No.
protecting the baby raccoon. But the baby raccoon wanders off, gets attacked by a fox, and also gets a scar on her face. So they're matching, and we time skip to the baby raccoon is now the adult raccoon, and she has a baby raccoon.
What is this?
She's-
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Wow.
And she's doing like the same thing of like trying to protect the baby raccoon, but she realizes that she's repeating the cycle and helps the baby raccoon explore instead of like holding them back. It was good.
I like it.
But the reason that I watched this short film was that it
for
was
class.
no, it was before Encanto, which was getting re-released at AMC's.
Wow.
So I went and I watched it, and it was a fire movie.
You watch
It was
by
better
yourself?
than I remember it being.
You watch by yourself?
I did watch it by myself. But like I first watched it like on Disney Plus at home with my parents. So like I don't know, I didn't get like the true theater experience, and I think just I don't know, rewatching I like appreciated it a lot more.
I mean, I thought it was really good the first time, and then the
Haven't
second
yeah.
time.
So,
You
I'd
haven't?
say it's a fairly good Disney movie in a time of dog shit.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing I watched. Do the Right Thing.
Beck, you
I
deleted.
watched-
You
this is
still
such a
haven't
good
written
movie.
your review on Letterboxd.
I have not.
Also, Beck, you
Oh.
didn't rate Far From the Tree.
Yeah, because I don't rate short films.
Why? What a weird rule.
Because it's tough to just like give like a star rating to like something that's 10 minutes long.
I just give it a 5 out of 5. It's so easy. Unless it's bad, then I don't.
I just do like or no like. But I watched Do the Right Thing for class, and I thought it was pretty funny.
I think it's one of the greatest movies ever, in my opinion.
Did not feel that way.
Why? It's such a
Oh.
good movie. No, you're
I
dumb.
don't like remember a lot of it. It kind of just like I
Were you
watched
sleeping?
it,
in
I
class?
laughed a bit at it, and then it ended, and I was like, okay.
Beck does not understand the race relations in the 1990s.
I do
Damn,
not. Sorry.
Beck hates black people.
Yeah,
Like,
you
Saltburn, Nicola.
probably identified with the white Italian restaurant owners, didn't you?
What?
Or did I even remember
there
them?
were Italian restaurant owners?
See, the joke is that Beck is pretending like he forgot about the movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Okay. But do you guys know what else I had to watch for class that I was heavily
Had
bullied
to,
for
Beck.
last episode?
You deserve what you get to.
So, I had to watch the
Get to.
2-episode premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race season 16.
Why is your class so obsessed with Drag Race?
That's the one where
It's just the
drag
unit.
star, where the drag queens are like
It's a
racing
drag
cars,
unit?
right?
Yes, it is.
This is where they're racing cars, right?
So,
Yeah.
my mistake was I assumed like reality TV, we're talking like 30-minute episodes.
No.
I
Beck.
was very wrong.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
so
was
dumb.
2-hour-long episodes.
This guy's so
Um,
stupid.
But I
Both of
watched
them?
both of them. And what was great is that everyone was fucking fighting each other. And they said for both of them, we're not eliminating anyone this week. So it was all
Oh.
for nothing.
Great.
So Beck, have you
Yeah.
have you gotten the Drag Race bug?
No.
Yeah, are you gonna keep watching it?
Well, I do. Well, so very interestingly, in the first 2 episodes, it's like a 14 group cast, and the first one they have like the first 7 compete against each other. And the second one they have the second 7 compete against each other. In episode 3, they like merge into one big group. So I kind of do want to watch episode 3 to see how it turned out.
Wow, you got the bug now. Beck, are you going to Drag Race for us in this podcast eventually?
I am not.
Episode 110, Beck does a Drag Race for us.
I hope
But
so.
110
That'd be pretty funny.
cross-dressing episode.
funny story.
I'm down.
Tuesday night, 7 p.m. I'm looking through. I'm like, I wonder what plays are happening in Boston. I should maybe try to go watch a play.
There's a play?
Beck,
So
you're
I
intellectual now.
go and I'm looking at like shows in Boston. You want to know what shows up? 8
What?
p.m. tonight.
Be the
RuPaul
play.
Drag Race All Stars Live at a
Wow.
theater like 2 blocks from me. So I spend $45 on a ticket and go to my dorm, and I go and I sit and I watch RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Live.
Mm-hmm. Also by yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
No.
Very, very good show. I liked it.
Was RuPaul there?
RuPaul was not there. I was very disappointed.
Damn. Did they just get another like bald person?
No, they had like the drag queens just hosting it.
Oh, they didn't have a
It was
RuPaul
like the All
impersonator?
Stars from like the latest season.
Oh,
They,
that's
like,
cool.
Perform. Yeah.
That's cool, at least.
Yeah, it was really fun. And also, like, there was a segment that was like they go into the audience and they pick a random person to go on stage and do like a drag thing. I was
Did they
not
pick you?
picked, sadly,
Damn.
but someone from Emerson was, and I was cheering very loudly for him.
Beck, you would have
Cool.
been like, no, if Beck was to do that, he'd like fall off the stage.
He'd
No
probably
way,
jump off
that's
the stage trying to do a backflip and then
That's
realize that he can't do a backflip.
crazy. Okay, but I have officially watched RuPaul's Drag Race.
I like
But-
it. Good job, Beck.
Earlier tonight, the greatest cinematic release of all time happened.
Among Us, the movie?
No,
The
they
movie?
had the 10-year anniversary re-release for Whiplash, and you guys know from me talking about it so many times on the podcast that I really like Whiplash.
No,
So I'm
you
like,
don't.
what do I do to like show my love for this big like 10th anniversary re-release? I spent $20 on a bald cap and a black t-shirt,
Beck,
and
Yeah.
I showed up as J.K. Simmons from
were you by
Whiplash.
yourself for this one too?
Yes.
How? Beck, how did you take that photo?
So
It's
I
often a
propped
slide
it
to
up
fly.
against the wall like this,
This
and
is
then
so sad.
I stood back And that's why some random guy in the background of the photo was just looking at the camera.
Damn.
Well,
But
that's
guys,
very.
Beck,
I watch. Yeah.
have you heard of like watching movies with people? It's kind of a foreign concept here.
What? No, that's crazy.
No.
But I just want to say I'm really like grateful that I was actually able to watch this film in theaters.
How many
That's
times
like-
is that in the last month have you watched this movie?
Okay, well, we can check my stats. It's probably like at least 4 times this
Can
year.
check my stats.
Yeah. Do you guys not have the Whiplash tracking app?
Okay, there is a showing tomorrow. Should I go see it tomorrow?
You should go see it tomorrow. Nicola
Have you
wants
s-
to see it.
Have you seen it before, Aiden?
No, I'm watching it on Monday.
Yeah, but you can watch it twice.
I can.
Yeah,
don't
but then
have
I can't play
time tomorrow.
Fortnite tomorrow.
What time would it be tomorrow?
Be at 7.
Not doing this again.
Okay, I've seen Whiplash 4 times this year. As
Damn.
many times as Inside Out 2.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I'd
But
watch it again.
fire movie, and it was really cool, like to like hear it on like actually good speakers, because like when there's like a
Was it a big
loud, like
theater?
yeah, it was a completely packed theater,
Where were you sitting? Like the middle or like side?
like middle back, like really good seats. Because there was only used to get like one. So yeah, it was hype.
Is all the Beck line stories?
That is all the Beck Line stories for the week.
So guys,
I like it.
I
Yeah.
did a little Beck Lions this yesterday actually. So
Really?
I went to a movie theater by myself.
Why do you say that's a Beck Lions
Why
thing?
do you
I
think
also do
Aiden
that.
also did that this week?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Because
This isn't.
Beck has done it like 5 times already.
Uri,
Okay.
you. Oh wait, I actually do. I have another thing, but we can do that last because it's like, it's Aiden's birthday gift to me.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. Right.
So I'm like, it's 7:20 yesterday, and I'm like, all my friends are like busy right now, so I should probably like.
Yeah, your friends were busy. My friends were also busier. You know.
I don't think you have any friends, Beck. I'm kidding. You had that friend who took the video of you falling off the stage eating
Yeah.
shit.
I love when that
Um,
happens.
I love when that happens. But so I'm like, it's 7:20 yesterday. I should study for this test, but
Like-
I want to watch a movie, and
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a local theater near me. I'll just walk downtown and I'll go to the theater. But like, what's showing? They don't do a lot of. It's an independent theater. They don't do a lot of like late night showings. There's one at 8:30. I wanted to watch Between the Temples, but there's not a showing yet. So
That's terrible.
I'm hearing a lot of buzz about this movie called Sing Sing.
I would
Oh,
like
is
to
this
watch
the prison
Sing Sing.
one.
It's the prison one.
Ah.
And so essentially this movie, I won't do any like big spoilers or anything, but essentially from the trailer you get that it's a group of people in prison and they're doing on a play, and like, it's a story about brotherhood and like, learning how to like act and all that stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie. And essentially it's what's really cool about that, a lot of the actors, except for like maybe the main guy himself, Coleman Domingo, who is, I think, is probably gonna get like an Oscar nom for this role, like he did for the last Oscars for his movie called Rustin. So essentially he's like the main guy, but this movie, all the rest of the actors in the movie, all the prisoners are actual prisoners who were at that prison and did the acting program.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
So they
really
played them-
cool.
They play themselves in the movie.
Hmm.
And that's really a really cool idea. And it's just like, so like going to the theater, I assume no one's going to be in the theater, and I go in, they're having like a bunch of soft pretzels, so they're like free, so I take a soft pretzel and I get
Nice.
like a root beer, and I go to the theater
I'm guessing it wasn't free.
with the pretzels.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
root
you
beer.
just got free pretzels?
Yeah, it was like they said there's like a table full of like big soft pretzels. They're free. You can take one.
What the fuck?
We don't got that at Emerson.
Yeah.
And
Shit, I should have got the Ithaca. They have fucking
and-
free pretzels.
And then like they asked me, "Do you want me? I can salt these for you and like warm them up." I was like, "Okay, thank you." So they warm up my pretzels and salt them, and I get root beer, and I go to the theater. No one's in there. It's just me. No one's in there. And guys, I think there's no better learning moment or anything or therapy or anything like that than like watching a movie by yourself, especially in the cinema that's empty. That's some true magic right there.
Okay, yeah, but the thing
I would
is,
say
usually
that, but also you have to watch a good movie for that.
And this was
the empty theaters are usually the ones that have terrible movies.
Well, no, because it was empty for Between the Temples, and that was really cool.
No,
I mean there was like
but
two
it's mainly
people,
it was mainly empty because it was like a late night Wednesday, last showing of the day. And I watched in there and I had so many cinema paradiso moments, where the guy cries in the theater. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful movie. I loved it.
Are we talking like small cry or penny death cry?
Like tears just kind of flooded my eyes. But I don't weep a lot when I cry, Beck. Not like you. No, fuck, Penny. I don't cry like that. But it was a great movie. I enjoyed. It was like really, really compelling. I thought the acting was really superb. Like it was such a great movie. And that's my being by myself in the cinema. Does anyone else have any alone in the cinema stories?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, so I did go to the cinema alone. Well, I also went to the cinema with you here, but the alone one. This movie called The Killer's Game.
I feel like we've talked about this.
This
have not
sounds
talked
like
about
the most from the trailers. I feel like I've already seen this film. You know,
Yeah,
like it
I
seems like
guess
the
so.
most generic action film I've ever seen a trailer for.
So, hold on. I'm going to bring up the Wikipedia. I kind of forgot what happened.
So there's Aquafina, and she has a bunch of assassins coming after her.
And that's Jackpot. That's a different
that's the one
movie.
I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay, this one,
No.
Dave Bautista is attacked by a bunch of assassins.
So, here's what happens. They don't even have the plot on Wikipedia. That nobody fucking saw this movie.
That's very funny.
All right. So, beginning of the movie, Dave Bautista kills some guys in a theater, just like in The Crow. And there's like an opera going on, and he kills the bad guy, and then he has a headache, and he leaves,
So
and
is that
everyone
the
runs out
sequel
of
to The Crow.
and everyone runs out of the theater, and the main lady gets trampled, and he saves her from getting trampled. And he picks up her phone, puts it in his pocket, and forgets to give it back to her. So now he's at his house, and he has her phone, and he's like, "Damn!" And then he goes to like his head guy. He's like, he's like, "I'm ready for my next mission." And the guy's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. You have no girlfriend. You should go get a girlfriend." So then he goes and then he goes to the girl. Her name is Maisie. And he's like, "Hey, here's your phone." And then they go out to dinner. And then they get into a relationship.
What?
But also he's a private assassin. He's like a professional hitman. That's his side hustle.
Yeah.
Or his main hustle is that. So then after a while, he's like, "Man, I gotta tell Maisie that I gotta retire so that I'm not just killing people." So he goes to this guy. He's like, "Hey, I want out of the game." He's like, "Yes, but no."
No.
So then the doctor calls him. The doctor says, "Hey, you've got a brain issue and you're gonna die in 3 months."
No.
Very out of nowhere for this very romance-heavy first 30 minutes of the movie. And he's gonna die of brain stuff. And so he's like, "Shit, dude." He's like, "Shit, dude. I don't want Maisie to see me like see me as a vegetable. I'm going to put a hit on myself and die tonight.
Why
So
did he
Can I
just
guess what
kill
happens?
himself?
Can I guess what happens?
Uh,
The
No,
cancer doesn't happen, and then he has to fight all these guys.
so what happens is he breaks up with the girl. No, because if he dies, then the life insurance will go all to her.
Okay, yeah. that
Life
makes
insurance
sense.
doesn't cover suicide. So, but his main mentor guy won't take the hit on him. So he has to go to Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy. So, she hates his guts. So she's like, I'll do it. $2 million. Sure, why not? We'll put the hit on you, Joe Flood, the most talented assassin.
Joe Flood.
His name is Joe Flood. Yeah. So he breaks up with Maisie. Doesn't tell her
The
why.
entire movie gonna be that they don't want to kill him because he's such a good assassin and he's so famous.
No, so he has the hit and he's sitting in his apartment waiting to die. He's got like 5 minutes until the hit starts. And his doctor calls him and he's like, hey, dude, you know how we sent the vial of your DNA to 3 different doctors? Well, we put the wrong label on it. You're not gonna die.
Oh my god.
You have something else. I don't know what the fuck is going on with you, but you have something else. And so he's like, uh-oh, I have a hit on myself. So then he takes out the Japanese people, and then he takes out the twins guys. And he's like, hey, Maisie, you should get out of here because you should get out of here. I'll Venmo you $500,000 to get out of here. I'll meet you somewhere else. And so all the hits are going after him. And he goes to his mentor. He's like, hey, guy, I throw my guns in a river. Do you have any guns? And he's like, I have a bunch of bombs from World War II. How's that? And he's like, sure, whatever. And then the guy's wife cracks his neck, and then all of his brain problems go away.
Right, that's how medical things work.
Yeah, Nicola, turn off the lighthouse.
That's not the
Is it-
lighthouse.
Is it Fight Club?
It's not Fight Club.
Is
I
it
have to watch
Chippendales?
this as
Video
homework.
game.
I need to watch this as homework.
Okay,
Oh,
Nick,
it's La La Land.
Oh.
Just go watch La La Land, dude.
Oh, is this La La Land?
It's La La Land. He has to watch it for homework. So then Maisie gets kidnapped by Terry
Exposure is
Crews.
so bad.
I know.
So Maisie gets kidnapped by Terry Crews and
You're right.
and a Russian punk kid. They're very funny together. And then all the other assassins go to the castle, and then they all fight in the castle. And then they escape, and then she's actually pregnant.
Wow.
They drop the lore that she's pregnant, and they didn't need to do that. So then they go to a church and try to get married, but then they fight in the church.
Wait, why are they just trying to get married because love or like?
Yeah, because of love. They're in love.
Okay.
Right, and is the chemistry really thought out and built up in this movie, or no?
I'm better than in The Crow. You actually
That's your
believe that.
baseline?
You actually believe that they're in love. It's not just like they did a montage, at least.
Right.
But they can't relieve the hit unless the main person is dead. So then the guy's master goes and kills him. Kills Mantis. And it's all good, and they get married, and then the movie's over. It wasn't that crazy. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It's interesting that Dave Bautista's still kind of doing these roles when I've heard that he wants to be more like a more dramatic.
I think this is gonna be. I think this is the last role of that kind of thing
caliber?
because he's still buff in this movie.
Right.
Yeah, I mean this it was good. I liked all the assassins. They were kind of creative. Like you had like the twins on motorcycles, the like Japanese gang. They had the the 2 like party girls. They had the like Irish guys. The Irish guys were funny because they would have captions over everything they said. The captions would not be at all what they said.
That's funny.
which is pretty funny.
Guys, if you'd have to watch one movie, any movie that's on streaming with a group of friends, what would it be?
Whiplash.
Roger Rabbit.
Palm
Who
Springs.
Framed Roger Rabbit's actually maybe.
I don't know. I have to think about it more. Maybe The Dark Knight.
Oh. We all just said our favorite movie. So
Yeah.
So, I did really like this character named Botas. He's a Spanish cowboy dancer. And so when he's first introduced, his fight scene is cool, and then they don't have him dance in the second fight scene. They just wrestle. So that was kind of lame. But this movie very much felt like a tone shift. Like after like the, oh shit, I'm not gonna die. Now I gotta fight all the assassins. It felt like a tone shift. Like the first part of the movie had some action, but then it was like, all right, rest of the movie is the action comedy. The first part is the romance action thing. So that was a little weird. And this guy, the director, really liked his wipe transitions, and he really liked his
match cuts.
Yeah, his match cuts also. He used them every time, dude. Every time.
Good or bad?
The wipes were not good. The match cuts were good. All right, he just used it a lot.
Yeah. Maybe, when you find your thing, you gotta keep using it until it.
I guess so. But I mean, the movie was fine. It's not bad. Pretty middling movie.
Okay. But you would watch. Was it like you watch it because you had nothing else to do, or else like?
No, I wanted to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like a movie that I would watch on Netflix, kind of passively.
That's fair. No, I just wanted to see the movie. I wanted to see a decent action comedy.
That sounds weird. How many else people were in the theater?
2.
Seems like the box office is not gonna be very thick for the killer.
On the Wikipedia, it does say box office bomb. So.
Ooh.
Budget 30 million, box office 4 million.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was based off of a book adaptation?
What? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hilarious. Here, I want to.
Wait, how long has this shit been in production?
How long?
They got the right. Who got the rights to it? What?
This doesn't feel like a book adaptation. It feels like some guy cranked this out in like a weekend. Like
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was courted to star by July of 2002.
No
fucking way.
20 years it's been in production.
And then in 2004, the rights went to Paramount, and then development came to a standstill in 2006.
That can't
December 2015.
It's 44 Rotten Tomatoes.
I just realized the car honk at the beginning of La La Land is parallel with the car honk at the end of La La Land.
What happened to this movie, dude?
I wonder if the book is similar.
How did this happen? How is this like? That's crazy.
You maybe watched the best movie of all time. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
Here, I want to find.
But it seems like Aiden and Uri watched some big franchise, and they each watched different films in it. And
oh yeah, it's time to talk about Star Wars.
I want to fight with Beck for a little bit.
I want to fight with Beck too.
You got
hold on before we fight with Beck, Uri.
Yeah.
I almost completely agree with your list.
Yeah.
Almost completely.
I know. Empire Strikes Back should be a little bit higher. I know that.
Nope. That one's right. I think that's right.
Oh, okay. Then which one? So he's talking about, for those who don't know, he's talking about my Star Wars ranking list. I ranked the main 9 of the trilogy, and of the main 9 of the Star Wars, no Rogue One or Solo or anything like that. But because I've been rewatching a lot of the Star Wars movies with my friends recently, I was like, you know what? I should probably make a list. And my list, for those who don't know, this is how I'll say my list. I'll rank it like this. I really like Return of the Jedi. I love Return of the Jedi. It's my favorite.
And I agree. That's my favorite too.
And then I really like Revenge of the Sith. Those are my top 2.
That's my first. That's the first issue I have. I understand that one's like your, like,
yeah.
I think I would put that below. I think for me, I'd put it below Phantom Menace.
Ooh, really?
I like Phantom Menace more. I think I have more nostalgia for Phantom Menace.
What?
More than Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith is my favorite.
I understand that's a hot take.
I know, but
that's the only thing. The only other thing is, yeah.
Then Star Wars, the original, and then Empire Strikes Back. I like Empire Strikes Back. People say, I think people put it as like their favorite Star Wars movie. It's a side quest, guys. I
think the last 40 minutes of the movie is amazing.
Yeah.
The beginning of the movie.
I don't care for the Battle of Hoth that much.
I don't care about Hoth, really. I don't really care about whatever the fuck like Han and that group is. The Yoda stuff is fine. I like Yoda.
But
it's fine.
Like the battle and like
Cloud City and the Battle of Vader and Luke. That all amazing.
And so this is like my hot take, but I don't really think it's a hot take at all, that any one of the prequels is better than any one of the sequels.
Yeah.
By far. Right, Nicola?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
That is a cold take.
Any one of the prequels is better than any one of the sequels.
Yeah, you hear that, Beck? You hear that, Beck?
Oh my fucking god.
What is this? Why are there only 8 movies on here?
You're missing. I've never seen Return of the Jedi all the way.
For me personally.
Oh! You haven't seen Return of the Jedi?
Kidding me, dude?
For me personally, I would say number 1 is Revenge of the Sith for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, agreed.
Number 2 is Episode 4, A New Hope.
Yeah.
Then I think I would say, honestly, yeah, I do also really like the Phantom. Oh, but I think I like.
Return.
It's not in order. Why is Google not in order? What the fuck?
What? And then I said those 4, and so then
Here we go. Now I can say.
Okay.
Episode 3 is number 1. Episode 4 is number 2. Episode 6, number 3.
Yeah.
Episode 5 is number 4.
That's like my 4, but rearranged. Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 2 is Episode 1 is number 2. Or number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Episode 2 is number 6, and then it's the sequels in their order.
Yeah, that's basically the same list as mine, but
yeah.
And so Phantom Menace, I think it's better than I think Attack of the Clones is probably the weakest prequel in my opinion. But
that's true. Yeah.
Attack of the Clones is superior to any one of the sequel trilogy by far.
Now, Uri, the only thing I have to say about yours is that you went you went 7, 8, 9. I think it's 7, 9, 8.
Ooh, I really
I fucking hate 8 so much.
I don't know why you guys don't like 8.
I hate Rise of Skywalker so much though.
Oh no, I understand why you hate Rise of Skywalker. But at least it was over. Yeah. At least if it was over, and that one's funny to make fun of.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi is just garbage. And I've seen that one for some reason more than I've seen the other 2.
I've seen Last Jedi so much. I saw it twice in theaters when it came out because it was like a back-to-back thing. That was like, I watched it with my mom, and then I was going to watch a birthday party later. I was like, oh, fuck. I have to watch this shit again? And then I watched that. I saw it in theaters in prep for Rise of Skywalker. And then I watched it like a few days ago. And I'm like, my opinion always kind of changes on Last Jedi, but it's never been like, at one point I thought, oh, this wasn't like a second time. I was like, this isn't that bad. And then like a few days ago, I was like, it's not that great either. It's like such a weird movie. But something I can, at least for this movie, unlike Rise of Skywalker, it has at least some substance to it. Rise of Skywalker had none for me. No
Dude,
substance.
I don't like it. I only like the Rey and Luke stuff, and
Yeah,
even then, it's not good. I think Kylo's okay in it, but like the end of the movie's terrible. I don't like what Finn does. Finn was good in The Force Awakens, and then he's dog shit for the rest of the series.
Rose, what? What is Rose?
I like
I don't
Rose
like Rose.
actually.
I don't like
I
Rose.
like Rose, but I
He
don't
doesn't
like.
Rose because he's racist.
But I don't like the movie that she got stuck in.
It's just
Yeah,
like
I agree with that take.
And I don't think Oscar Isaac does anything. I think
He does.
everyone on the I don't think
No, he
everyone
does
on
one
the
thing. He
shit
says
does.
somehow Palpatine.
that's
returned.
Rise of Skywalker.
That's
the
the
next
one.
Yeah.
I don't like everyone that stays on the ship. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like
Why
what they
does the
did.
purple-haired lady lie to Poe the whole movie and then like, no,
She
actually,
sucks. And they don't do anything good with Leia. Leia does
they should
nothing.
just let her die in space. Honestly,
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I think that could have been a dramatic moment instead of in Rise of Skywalker. I think having both Skywalkers die in that movie would have been good.
Because like, and also, why in the sequel trilogy people use up a lot of energy and just disappear? That's like the cause of death for like Luke, Kylo Ren, and Leia. They just like disappear. I get Obi-Wan did that, but every character needs to like disappear out of their clothing. I
don't know, dude. I don't like the movies. I don't like them.
like, I don't know a single person who could defend Last Jedi over any of the main six. I don't know who in their right mind.
How, Beck? Because rewatching the original trilogy, I was like, holy shit, dude, these are amazing fucking movies. Like, incredible. Nothing is wrong with them. They're just amazing movies. How could you ever say The Last Jedi is a good movie?
And also, how is it better than the original trilogy? How?
Because I enjoyed it more.
How? How did you enjoy it more?
Your guys' criticisms are very valid, or like valid. They're valid. But you guys are just looking at the valleys and you're not looking
This
at
is
the
why
peaks.
Beck can't watch. This is why we can't let Beck watch movies anymore because he just doesn't know how to watch movies.
Beck, what are the peaks? What are the peaks of
Everything
the
on
last
Crate.
on the snow plane on Hoth 2?
It's salt, and it looks so fucking badass.
Okay, the cinematography is cool and all, but and Beck, I bet you really like the Casino Planet, didn't you? I bet you loved
do
it.
not like the Casino Planet.
I hate that shit. That
It
shit
makes
sucked
me-
ass. I fucking
All
hate
the
that
stuff
shit.
with Ray and Luke is really cool.
Kind of.
I say like, so the Luke and Ray stuff's good. The stuff on Crate is good, and the bad stuff is the casino stuff.
The rest of the movie? The rest of the movie, you mean? The rest of the
casino
movie.
stuff, and I don't know. I like the
Beck,
rest of the
Beck,
stuff.
what
is
is-
good.
The main villain in this movie. What's his name?
Snoke?
All right. What does he do?
What does he do?
Yeah, so that is a good point. What does he do?
He gets
He
killed.
does a lot of
Kylo Ren.
stuff.
He does
That's
hella
all he-
stuff like what?
Like what?
He kidnaps Ray.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
He
doesn't.
goes to
yeah,
him.
he doesn't.
He fights Ray.
No, he
Or,
doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Metaphorically, you know?
No, he doesn't. No, not even metaphorically, dude.
All he says is
You
like
know-
a speech to her, really.
Yeah, a metaphorical fight.
No.
Beck, I have a question. Do you even like Star Wars?
I thought I made it clear like 2 episodes ago. I don't fuck with Star Wars.
I'll never forget the first time I watched Star Wars.
Beck,
I do
I
not
think we
see
got
why
it
Star
on.
Wars
I
is this
think we got it
popular.
on DVD, and we had to watch it on the PS3 because that was like the only way to
No,
read DVDs at the
I
time.
will agree. Like, I don't fuck with like the main 9 films, but all the other stuff.
It's the main 6 films. It's the main 6 films. Let's get it right to begin with.
Yeah.
It's the main 6 films, and then there's the 3 sequels.
Okay, I would say I like 2 films, and that's 3 and 8, and then
So,
all the side stuff.
a pretty good one and a really awful one, and all the side stuff. You mean the
Clone
shitty
Wars.
Disney Plus? The what?
Clone Wars.
You've seen Clone Wars? You like Clone
Yeah.
Wars?
Yeah.
Is it because it's animated?
Like, I also
No,
I can't
Yeah,
really
because that's animated.
like I can't forgive you for not watching Return of the Jedi. That's like the best.
That's
one.
Okay,
fucked up,
well, I
dude.
think we're done with this tangent. We can now
Okay,
start
no,
talking
no,
about what
no,
I've been
like-
watching.
I like Star Wars Jedi
Huh?
Fallen Order. That game was good.
It's a game.
No,
dude.
it's
That's
not.
non-canon.
I
It's
like
also-
Lego Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures.
He's gonna say I
Um,
like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed with Star Killer. You know, the only
I started
non-canon game.
watching
I like-
the
no,
Star
that game is
Wars
good. I like that
League
game.
of the
It's a
Galaxy,
good game, yes, but
and
it's
that
non-canon.
show is good so far.
I like
Back-
Star Wars Battlefront because it was very fun. That's
I
you,
only
Beck.
played a bit of Battlefront. I don't know. It
I
was
like the
fun.
Star Wars comic where the red R2D2 character in A New Hope is actually a Jedi.
I have not read the comics.
This fucking guy. I hate this guy so much.
No,
Okay,
but
what-
Beck, I'm surprised you put then Rise of Skywalker as your least favorite when you put just as bad as dog shit. In the
As your
second
most
place.
favorite.
Yeah.
That is kind of incredible.
Okay, well now we can start talking about what I've been
Yeah.
watching. So, before I get to what I've been watching, the first thing I'm going to say is Netflix new Cyberpunk Anime is going to become trailer dropped or like
Oh,
teaser
really?
dropped.
Oh, teaser dropped.
Like it's not. It's like they're just announcing that they're making it basically.
I wish
Okay.
I could.
Do we know if it's going to be like the same style as Edge Runners?
I think it's by the same people, so most likely.
Got it.
But it's going to be a new story, new people. It's just Night City again. That's really
Yeah,
it.
I do think I don't think they can do the same
I mean, that's the whole
characters as
point
Edge
of
Runners.
like Cyberpunk is that basically everybody dies.
Yep.
If you've played the games, that's also what happens. So,
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So then I can get to what I've been watching. So I've watched 1.5 Peak.
F1.
No. So I have watched the first thing I can actually talk about because I just watched it and I watched the entire thing. Fight Club.
Bro, thinks he can
Movie
talk
I
about
know-
Fight Club.
You can't talk
I
about
know-
that, Nicola.
Okay, so I'm not
Nicola,
corny.
we can't
like,
talk about this.
So you see, I'm not like one of those really annoying Fight Club fans. So I'm going to talk about it.
You're
You're
not
gonna
allowed
talk
to talk
about it,
about
you're
it.
like you can't talk, Tyler Durden, Sigma,
yeah, bro's like I
That was
should
not a
build
coherent
an
sentence.
apartment building.
But basically, I knew it was a good film, and I've been putting it off for a while watching it. So I was like, you know what, I have time. I'm gonna finally watch it. So I watched it. It's a really good movie. It's really good. I like how the progression of the story. The story is definitely the highlight of it. The acting is also really good. There's some things that stand out to me that's not the best, but it's just because of when it came out. Like the visual effects aren't the best, but I mean that's just because of the time period.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a
they don't use a lot of VFX.
No, it like does 2 main scenes, and it's just because they don't use a lot of VFX, but those 2 main scenes just stand out so much because of how bad they look.
It's like the ending scene in the apartment blowing up.
Yeah. So those are just like. Give me a second. So yeah, those ones are just kind of stand out, but basically. It's a good film. Story is fantastic. I love the entire story. The ending is great. The ending song is amazing. The acting is great. It's a really good film. One of my favorite films now. Even though I knew it was going to be one of my favorite films because I everything I've seen about it, I've liked, and everything I've heard about it, I liked. So I was like, I
feel
went
like
in knowing
every
I was
new
gonna like
movie
it.
Nicola watches.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time he watches a
I
movie,
never said. I did not say it was my favorite. I just said it's one of my most liked films right now.
you said it was one of your new favorites. You
Right
said
now,
the
it's
word
still
favorite.
Whiplash, La La Land, and some mysterious third one that I can't narrow down.
Crap.
This guy is
Come on.
fucking Beck, dude. This
I
guy
like
is a
Damien Chevelle. Yeah, I'm like Beck, except I can actually rate movies well.
Oh my god.
That is true. Though, what is your review for Fight Club, Nicola? Though.
So my review was, when your feet on the air and your head on the ground, boom, 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 no, no, no. So that was my review. I gave it 4.5 stars.
Classic. It's David Fincher at his best. As best.
Yeah, yeah.
Before
There's
he
some
started
stuff
doing
that
like
kind of breaks.
Netflix
Some of the
movies.
stuff kind of breaks down for me though. Like there's some scenes where I cannot accept that they were the same person.
Yeah,
Like
there
like,
are some
I understand.
parts I'm
It's
like, what the
definitely,
fuck?
it's definitely like most of it. I can see like they thought it through, and it's like you can make it makes sense how it can be two different people at the same time. I like how we can be just like the same person, but like acting at a different time.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, but like, and like for most of the time, you can see they put the thought and they did it well. But there's just a few scenes that it's like there's no way, like it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
Like,
for
I was
me,
thinking,
it feels like you know, like in a TV show when they'll like try to do like a twist, but they didn't have it planned out at the beginning of the show. It felt like that, but this time they did have it. So I feel like they could have done more work to make it like follow more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of because like Nicola, you probably knew the twist before you started the movie, right?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been so the movie came out so long ago that I knew
Yeah.
it from the beginning.
It's like it's so embedded in pop culture, the idea of Tyler Durden being the same person. So
Yeah.
at least maybe with this,
But it's really
maybe-
cool to try to see like how they alluded to it from the beginning.
Yeah, because when you know it, you can see how they're trying to make it happen, and so but you see
Yeah.
what kind of works and what kind of doesn't.
But there's like for example, when he put the key into the van and when Tyler Durden puts the key into the van and breaks it, but we see on the camera that he was not anywhere near the van and he was actively fighting Tyler Durden, like, or himself. How that's just not possible. That couldn't have worked. And other scenes where it's like the scene where he was screwing Mary, but also cleaning his clothes.
Yeah.
Like his clothes were clearly being clean and she was clearly having sex. So it
Yeah,
clearly
you
couldn't
just
have been
gotta-
happening at the same time.
You just
So I
gotta
think it's just you
suspend your
have to chalk it
disbelief.
down. You just that, and you just have to chalk it down that he's an unreliable narrator because it's from his perspective and he's clearly not sane.
Okay, what else did you
So
watch?
that's that. Other thing I watched is for film comp, we watched the first half of Everything Everywhere All at Once. We're going to watch the second half in class tomorrow. We can only fit half of it in. I've already watched the film before, so I can still talk about it. Still a good film. It's been a while that I don't fully remember. Like I remember the broad story, but I don't remember like all the details. So it's still
What
good to
film is
watch
it?
to rewatch it. Everything
Everything
Everywhere
all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's still a
watched it
good
at theaters.
film. Rewatching it, I think I liked the second half better than the first half because we basically got the first half and then like we finally got to the part where I'm like, oh yeah, this is where it starts to get good.
Yeah. Do you think
And-
it deserved all the Oscars it got?
What were the other choices?
The
I don't know.
whale.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
think that
never
was just
watched The Whale.
acting. Just for the
Mm.
best actor.
Yeah, I mean, the acting in it is really good.
Yeah, it is solid.
I mean, it's a really
do
good
think it
film. I
deserved
like
all
it.
the
It's a really good
Oscars.
film. I think it deserves it. Yeah,
I
it is a really good film,
it was nice to see like a different type of movie being like picked.
Yeah. and it's a really good film. I really like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's a very enjoyable movie.
Let's see.
And then I'm trying to think if I've watched anything else.
Well, let's check
I
the
think
books. You
I've
watched
watched the
Saltburn again
first-
recently?
Oh yeah. So yeah, Saltburn. So now I'm doing like these type of movie night things with some friends, basically.
And you watched
And,
Saltburn before. Did
I
they
don't
watch
remember.
Saltburn before?
I don't remember how it. Yeah, I've watched it before. I watched it with my family.
But did they watch it before?
No, we watched it because one of them, actually two of them, didn't watch it. So
Damn
we
it,
were
they
like,
were
oh my
really
god, you
shocked
guys
for
have
some
to see it.
scenes. Yeah.
No, because they've like heard of it. They knew about some
They
of the
knew about the
scenes.
grave scene.
They know.
Yeah, well, they knew about it because as soon as it came on, we all started saying, by the way, this was improv. But yeah, it's still a good film. And what's really funny is the next day I went shopping and at one of the stores, they had a vinyl of the soundtrack from Saltburn.
I think I've kind of soured on the movie a bit. I think it's.
I think in the moment it's good, but I don't think it was amazing. It's a very
Yeah.
good film, but it's not an amazing film, really.
I think it's a bit too like derivative of like the talented Mr. Ripley and all that. And I think it was like it's fine for me. And like I really liked it like in the moment and like a few months after. But like now it's like people were gonna assuming this thing was gonna get Oscars before it came out. No. But it's
Okay.
nice. It's a good role for like Barry Keoghan.
And then the other thing I can say is I watched the first 30 minutes of La La Land.
We do not
Let's
need to talk about La La
go.
Land.
We don't need to talk about that. I already
We
talked
need to
about it
talk
last
about
episode.
La La Land, okay?
We talked about it last time. We
Beck,
don't have to.
La La Land
and I
isn't
think
even your 4 favorites.
It is
Is it?
not.
So
because Beck doesn't understand the message of La La Land, so he couldn't do it.
Nicola doesn't understand the message of La La Land.
so what else? Does anything have anybody else? Anything else?
That's about it. Do we have any more
Oh.
news in the film industry right now?
Oh, I'm going to talk about this really quickly. Something that's really interesting is that there's this like zombie trilogy that is being based off 28 Days Later, and they're making a movie 28 years later, but they filmed the entire movie with an iPhone 15.
I do like it when movies do that because it just proves that like you can do like basically anything with an iPhone, and it like motivates you, you know?
I get that perspective, but I'm like, when you have all this money, wouldn't you just like kind of rather get like a camera that looks good?
It's for Apple
You're
probably
saying
paid for it,
An
and they wanted to
iPhone
like.
doesn't look. You're saying the iPhone camera doesn't look good. The 48 megapixel in-house built iPhone with 16 times the detail.
I hate this guy.
What about if
You're gonna
is
get
it 4
sued by
times the
Apple.
size?
What if they got? Yeah, it's probably like an Apple film that they just like promoted. But
Yeah.
I think
It
it is really really cool to see that kind of happen though.
They did do that with like one of their shows recently, like the like Apple Direct. They were like, this entire Direct was filmed on an iPhone.
Yeah. But I'm never like too like interested by the Apple like kind of like phone camera quality. It always feels a bit too weirdly crisp for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's just like them doing like their auto settings for it.
But I guess like when you can like if you have like they probably got like a new phone or something and they just kind of fuck around with the settings and style of it, I assume.
Yeah. Okay, I think Aiden has 2 things, and then I can do the gift.
And then
Yeah.
you can bow out.
What?
Yeah. Then we can bow out. So I watched this movie. It wasn't really a movie. It's actually 3 episodes of an anime that premiered as a movie.
Attack on Titan?
No, it's called Dandadan, First Encounter. Adaptation of recent manga that got fairly popular. Year here has like the first 4 volumes. And so I was like, hey, do you want to go to this? And then we went to it. And it was pretty good.
Nice.
I mean, it was like the first 3 episodes of the show. I don't know. I don't really have much to say. It was just pretty funny. The main kid, the like main boy, has no penis now. It got taken by an alien. So
no.
all the aliens and ghosts kept trying to take their dicks, which was so weird.
What is this, Fight Club?
And the main girl almost gets raped by the aliens in the beginning of the movie. So that's crazy.
What movie is this again?
It doesn't matter.
Dandadan.
Don. Bro's never heard of this. The other thing I want to talk about. Hey, remember Agatha?
Oh my god.
You watched Agatha All Along?
I kind of want to watch this because I want to see.
Did the entire season come out, or just like the first 2 episodes?
No, the first 2 episodes.
It looks terrible.
Yeah,
It's
I've
not
been saying this.
Division in my
I know,
like,
you know
common
this
room.
one person that has been on this podcast before that really likes Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And his favorite actors is who plays Agatha again?
No,
Yeah. And
Aubrey
some of-
Plaza.
and Aubrey Plaza and Kathryn Hahn.
Catherine
And
Hahn,
guess
yeah.
who the two people are in Agatha All Along?
Let me guess.
Wow.
It's those 2 people. So he's like, this is gonna be the greatest show ever made.
And
And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it and tell you why you're wrong.
it looks terrible, but Aiden, tell me if it is.
It's not bad.
That's not very helpful. It's not bad.
It's not bad. No, it's not
I
bad.
think that's
it's actually,
helpful.
it's actually good. It's actually
Okay.
good for being a sequel show, for being a sequel spin-off show from 5 years later. It's pretty good.
It's been 5 years since WandaVision.
It's
Oh my
it's
God.
it's been a long fucking time. Which is when they don't give a recap, I'm fucking lost because I did not remember what happened
Yeah.
to Agatha. She got like trapped in the town or something.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
got
remember
wiped
I don't know if
out.
she's trapped, but she just took away her powers.
Yeah, so it starts off with Agnes. She's a detective person, and they come across a dead body, unnamed person. Unnamed person. They don't know who it is. They're trying to solve the mystery. Keeps going. She like goes to the library pocket, and she's like, "Uh oh, there's no name on it." So she goes to the library. Name on it. Stolen 3 years ago. There's the section over there, and the section's all burnt down. It's terrible.
Like Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
Wait, but she's like, but I remember from the trailers, it was all like, Wanda took away my powers. Now I need to get revenge. Does she not realize that Wanda's dead? Like she
What?
died?
She's not
This-
dead.
This is
Yeah.
Agnes.
Did you not watch the ending of
Multiversal
of-
Madness?
Oh,
Yeah.
she dies in that movie?
Yeah, she gets fucking crushed.
I forgot.
Yeah, but Nicola, she's probably not dead.
I mean, she's probably not, but for now, she's basically dead.
No, but this is Agnes. We're not talking about Agatha. We're talking about Agnes, detective.
Oh, is that Aubrey Plaza?
No,
Agnes is like when like the character she's playing
Oh,
because
right.
Wanda made her the character.
No, yeah.
But you'd think that after she died, her powers like stopped working.
Yeah, I totally forgot what WandaVision was about.
So then the main detective guy brings in Aubrey Plaza, and she's like, "Oh, Aubrey Plaza, how I hate you! You gotta solve this." The body just showed up.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It looks like it was crushed by something, but just magically teleported in.
Was it crushed by a comically large piano that killed his brother?
So then she also finds a locket with like 3 goddesses, and inside there's a lock of hair.
Yeah.
So then she goes home and eats pizza with Aubrey Plaza, and she gets shown a room of her dead son. And they eat the
Does
pizza.
not sound compelling, Aiden. I'm gonna be honest.
So then a guy breaks into her house, and she runs down and she catches
Is
him.
it Boner?
It's not Boner. It's like
It's not Ralph Boner.
it's a goth kid. So Agatha or Agnes is like, "Why'd you break into my house?" And he's like, and then she breaks out of her trance and she's like, "Holy shit, everything wasn't real. I was going insane in my house." And I forgot about the part where she takes off all her clothes and dead body. The dead person was actually Wanda, and that's why she was crushed.
What?
Shut the fuck up. I don't fucking know. The dead
Okay, I
person
gotta
was
watch this.
the dead person was Wanda the whole time. And so Aubrey Plaza tells her to take off all her clothes, and then she takes off all her clothes. And she's like,
Wait, so we get to see Elizabeth Olsen naked?
No, we see Catherine Hahn naked.
Oh.
So she goes outside, she's like, "Oh, all my neighbors were playing and going insane, and nobody helped me. I just was a raging psychopath, and everyone played along." So then she goes into her house, and she's like, "Oh, no, magic stuff I have no magic power." And then she opens her closet, and the boy that broke into her house is just locked in her closet. And then Aubrey Plaza shows up, and she's all goth and has magic powers, and they fight, and they go. And Catherine Hahn's like, whoa, you don't want to kill me. Wait till I get my purple back, and then it'll be a fair fight. And she's like, all right, but the 7 sin ghosts are going to come and kill you by midnight. And she's like, all right, just give me time to get my magic powers. So then the teen boy is like, oh, what can you take me to the witch's road? And she's like, I'm not gonna take you to the witch's road. We're gonna die on the witch's road. And he's like, yeah, but I broke you out of the spell. And she's like, all right, we'll go to the witch's road. What's your name, by the way? And he says, my name is.
So he's definitely like a cursed spirit, right?
So she can't hear his name. So I'm gonna just call him Luz Noceda. So Luz Noceda and Agatha.
Well, I don't get that.
Because this guy really wants to be a cool witch, and Agatha wants nothing to do with anything. It is just Ida and Luz. That is how they are written for about 20 minutes.
It's just Owl House.
Oh, I see.
It is pretty much the Owl House, and then the first person they run into is called Lily. So it is literally the Owl House.
I'm gonna tell the guy that and see if he watches the Owl.
He probably has.
No, he does not.
So they go to this one person, Lily, and she's a psychic, and she's like, "Hey, Agatha's like, I need a coven so we can go to the road so I can get my magic powers back." And she's like, "Okay, here's a list of people for the coven." And so then they gotta collect people. They collect her. They collect the guru person thing who makes candles that you can eat, probiotic candles. They get the Asian cop lady. And then they all meet at her Agatha's house. And you're missing one more person. You need the Earth Witch. And then she goes out and grabs a neighbor. Now there's a random old lady neighbor who's also involved. And then they all summon the road. And then the 7 sinners show up. And then they go in the door to the road. Now they're all at the road.
Wow.
Okay, so now we need to see where they go on this road.
Probably to the end of the road to get their powers.
Got it.
The show is actually good.
It doesn't
Okay, then
seem
I'll
the
probably
most
watch
compelling show, but it just seems like how does this add to the overall narrative of the
Marvel
MCU?
universe.
Yeah.
I have no
I
idea.
feel that's part of the issue with the MCU is that every time anything comes out, everybody's like, okay, how does this add to the narrative? When it's like you can't really have anything stand alone in these type of
because they've
franchises.
conditioned me to think what is part of the bigger universe. So I
That's
just now I
part of
feel
the
like,
issue.
what is the point of this show really? But
I mean, it's good.
but it doesn't sound like anything like really that interesting that I don't think I'd watch it. But continue updating us, Aiden.
I can do that.
So that sounds kind of interesting. Anything else you watched?
I think that's it.
Beck?
All
You wanna
right,
do-
guys. So, my birthday was like 2 months ago, and Aiden decided to, as his gift, he would pre-order me the Outer Wilds Collector's Edition.
I
And
did say I
since-
would do that.
And since I talked about Uri's gift on the pod, I should talk about Aiden's gift on the pod. And I know
Let's hear it.
Nicola's, it's still in the mail along with my my
Hey, did
Secret
you give him
Santa
a-
gift.
Did you give him
Yeah,
a gift
you know.
for his birthday?
It's just still in the mail, just like my Secret
Yeah.
Santa gift for 6 months, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but wasn't your
Okay.
Secret Santa building your computer?
Yeah, I kind of was. Okay,
And
guys.
and the other
So I
thing?
open
The
it
Lego
up.
Batman.
and
You don't like the
it
Lego
comes-
Batman?
It comes in this.
A little
Property
sack.
of Outer Wild Ventures.
What does the
And
other
it's
side look like?
this-
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
And
Where
all
is
this
that?
Wait,
stuff,
before then, let's say how much does that cost?
$100.
That's $100.
But there's stuff inside of it.
Oh.
There's more than that. What?
Yeah.
It's a pretty expensive fanny pack.
Okay, so it's this, and then it was all packaged really nicely in this, but I like took it all out
Why? Why do you wait
Um,
for the podcast to reveal?
because I wanted to see it. But it like opens up into this like big ass bag with a lot
cool.
of straps and
You can wear
pockets, and it's really cool.
So you found a
Um,
backpack.
Yeah, you should
Well,
use
it's
that.
like it's very small. It's like a handbag.
Well, use it as a handbag.
You mean
I'm
a
gonna use it
purse?
as a handbag.
Yeah.
No, it's a handbag.
It's a purse.
It's a handbag.
It's a
Yeah,
purse.
purse.
I have a purse. It's a backpack, but it's a purse.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's run through what else was in there. There was this handkerchief based on the DLC with like the whole like green,
Oh wow.
and it's really cool. And then you like wear it like this.
That's not how you wear it, but you could wear it like that.
That's very ladylike.
So there was the handkerchief.
Hey Beck, you can be in the drag race now.
I like it. You could.
You could.
Okay.
I love to see Beck in the drag race.
And then
That's strange.
they have this, which is little like badges that are like,
There's just like
3D.
a planetary solar system.
yeah, it's the
It's
solar
the-
system game. So you can like take these out and like put them on things if you want. They're like little patches.
Like sew them on.
Do you
Yeah,
get
you
like
might sew them
Velcro?
on.
Velcro on it?
No, you just like there's like sticker tape you can use. It's kind of like Boy Scout badges. So
Or like your fridge.
yeah,
You should
Yeah,
put them.
that's a good idea.
I really like the case they're in though. Like I might just put this up.
That's fair. I think you should, if you want to ever put them on something, you should just put them all on your Outer Wild shirt.
Yeah.
Stickers on shirts don't work.
This is a patch.
Oh, patch.
And then there was this. Which
What is
it's
that?
a kazoo.
Oh, a golden kazoo.
Now, Aiden, do you know what the reference of the kazoo is?
It's
I
when
don't.
you fuck up.
When you get the bad ending in Outer Wilds, it plays the theme on the kazoo. And
When you
they
fuck
literally have the theme etched into the kazoo.
That's
So you
pretty
can
cool.
play
Play that. Play it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't work. It's not a real kazoo.
What? It's not a real
It's an
kazoo?
actual scam.
Oh.
So it's just.
Wait, it's an actual
What-
scam.
How hard is it to make a kazoo?
Wait, Beck, you can't even just blow into it? It's just hollow tube?
Yeah, hollow tube.
That's messed up.
That's actually such a scam for $100. What the hell?
Yeah,
Those are bought
And it's not
gamers.
even real gold.
It is
Not even
not.
metal?
And then I didn't realize it came with this, so I already had bought an Outer Wilds poster for my room.
Now
You didn't know
Yeah,
it came with
cool,
this?
autopilot.
But it came with this little like poster with the solar system on it.
Is yours
No.
bigger than that one?
Yeah, mine's bigger than this. I also think it looks cooler, so yeah.
Is that it?
Nope, there's two more things.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Aiden, did you know about all the things in the thing, or is it like a surprise thing? A surprise
No, I knew.
box?
I knew about most of it. I knew about
And this is like the little thing that goes on the handkerchief to like connect it, but I have already broken it.
How did you
Um,
break it?
So it's already like that thing. It's like disconnected because I like tried putting it on, and like it broke.
That's
So-
that's the Backlines things to do.
So wait, you have to order a new copy of everything for me to get a
Nope.
new one.
Spend another $100, Aiden.
Okay, and then the big whammy.
The whammy. The whammy.
Property of Outer Wilds Ventures. It's like a steel book, and then it has the game case in it, and it also has like a bunch of note pages here.
So you could take notes about the game?
Right.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have every person I meet who's played Outer Wilds sign it.
That's
You're gonna
kind
be
of
Wow,
cool.
what a big
Like
honor.
5 people?
Well, like I'll like. Well, okay, I have Aiden. Okay, so
Aiden, you have a notebook for yourself.
Yeah.
and then
I'll put my
it
Hancock
comes-
all over that.
Yeah, and then you get the actual like game copy. Has a little thing in it. Yeah,
Really cool. Aiden, you really went all out for him.
Yeah.
he did. I felt it was. This is like one of the best gifts I've gotten. Like I loved opening this up.
Best
Like,
gifts. I don't know
if
about
you're
guys.
not-
I think
like
a
a
better
fan
gift would
of-
be reviving Penny.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Shit, no, dude, you gotta buy Ruby and have them remake season 9 with Penny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this.
When does your
It's-
art book come? Because you bought the art book too, right?
I did also buy the art book, but right now it's set to ship like to my house. So I'll probably get it during like Thanksgiving break.
That's very awesome. I'm glad that you like that gift, Beck.
Yes. And I'm sure Nicola's will be even better.
Again, I fixed your computer.
Yeah.
Now,
Beck, are you getting Nicola gifts for his birthday?
Bro,
Yeah,
I
where's
gave
my
him an Oscar figurine. What more could he want?
fair.
There.
I-
Fair,
Okay.
Nicola. Nicola,
Let me
fair.
I mean,
get you
it is fair, yeah.
another one,
No,
Nicola.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine
Yeah,
with that. I
you
never
got
asked
him
for
a
a
gift
birthday
that his mom
present.
says, "Get that out of my house."
Again, no, I'm fine. I never asked for a birthday present. I'm just saying you shouldn't be expecting a birthday present either.
Yeah, but you're an adult man. You're 19.
Wow. I'm
Right, you
18.
18. You can vote back, but you can't.
I technically can't because I still need to send in like a paper saying I'm voting from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
guys, that's the end of the episode.
Remember, always use Celsius. Thanks
Just
for
wait
Always use
till-
Celsius.
Just
Thank
And
wait
you.
never-
till for a couple weeks until I get my package, same that I got his, and we do the
Guys.
same thing again.
And guys,
Yeah.
remember, in 5 weeks, Celsius 100. It's coming. It's coming.
That's gonna be
It's our
I'm
golden.
excited.
It's our golden episode.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
It's gonna
Hopefully,
be-
anniversary.
Guys,
Uri has been talking about what he has planned for like a year.
guys, it's gonna be so much fun. Celsius 100.
Uri, he bought all of us plane tickets to fly to Ithaca.
None
No.
of us know what the special
None of us
is, do
know.
we?
Usually before the 10s, we like
It's
talk about
only
it and we
Uri.
have like, the plan figured out.
Hey,
But
Only
Uri's
Uri
been
knows.
keeping this one really close to the chest. But we
I
all
shocked
have
you
like a
guys.
pretty good guess.
Yeah?
It's gonna be the Thanksgiving, what we're thankful for, part 2.
Yeah.
I can't
So
wait.
guys, just wait for that.
I did
I'm
shock
gonna
you
be
guys
here
for
for Thanksgiving. Do I have
20.
to dial in? Do I have to
With-
dial in from Europe?
I did shock you guys at episode 20 with the scavenger hunt. But
If
Are we gonna do
if
a
it's
fake?
better than this, it'll be great.
Better than the BK magnet?
Better
I
than
don't
this.
know. I don't know, Aiden. I
I
think
don't
I
know.
hate
BK Magnet's pretty goated.
that's
It'd
pretty
be really
good.
fun if he got like a special guest. You know, like
He's gonna get
emailed
BK as
someone
a
and be
guest.
like, please, we're on episode 100. Can you please come on our show?
For
He's gonna
episode
have-
100, I will be getting a gun live, unaliving myself for the Celsius podcast.
Just say suicide, dude. Don't be cringe.
I'm being the YouTube demonetization standards here,
We're
baby.
not
We
even
aren't monetized.
We
I'm
can't
kidding.
get
We
monetized.
are not. But don't
Anyway.
worry, before Uri graduates college.
Anyway, but it's going to be really, really exciting.
Or he's gonna drop out. Therefore, we never have to get monetized.
I like
It's gonna be such an exciting episode. I'm gonna reveal it live on the episode.
Okay,
They're
when
gonna be-
is the episode? By the way, can we get an exact date?
Probably later of October.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
Okay, October is fine because I
Anyway,
should be here and I'll be home. alone.
never stop mewing. Always use Celsius.
Never stop using Celsius.